Hello, guys. Welcome to another edition of Bloodshots podcast. We sit here and talk about movies and TV shows. To my right, Wes Baumgardner.
Hello.
Who's back finally. Can you not leave? Things are weird when you're not here.
I'm sorry my car decided to blow up.
Yeah, well, if you would fucking get on Twitter and get some people to like you more, we'd get some Patreon support and maybe you could buy a fucking car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except we're not using business money to buy personal things.
It'd be a business car for Wes. He has to come to work.
Only to use to come to work. Otherwise, you can't use it.
Let's keep it a company car.
It'd be a company bug. Becca would make us buy a bug.
No, I'm getting my own personal bug. I don't need another bug. I just need one.
But you would make us buy a bug.
Because then it wouldn't be my car.
Where's your mic?
It's right there. It's near my mouth.
And if you're just joining us...
In most scenarios, that's acceptable.
God damn it. Go away.
To my left, Andrew Dice Schmidt. Oh! As always, guys, if you like what you see, Facebook, like us, YouTube, subscribe, patreon.com/derailed, help support the show. You can also find us on Instagram, Snapchat, whatever else they invent in the future. Other social things. Who gives a fuck? November 1st, don't forget about the live stream, 24 hours, called Extra Life for the Children's. We'll be doing some cool stuff and making fun of Wes again.
You know what we could do? A Facebook Live version where we were still record it, but we also Facebook Live it and then interact with people.
You do realize that I mentioned that like 3 months ago. I did. In the car. When we were driving to a movie.
I was coloring.
Oh, fuck you. There's nothing wrong with coloring. God.
There is when you don't pay attention to people talking to you.
Imitate that one. That's my picture on That's You.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That'll be my next picture.
That's me.
That's you.
It's him.
You guys have to come over and play that game. It's fucking fun. You and Donnie.
You can play it online.
You and Donnie over here. You got to come over and play the game. That's you. It's you.
Chia.
What? His bracelet. Oh. I was like, oh, shit.
Well, he was going... That's what I thought of. Oh my gosh, guys, do you guys
There's things that you know.
Chia Pet?
There's things that you know that amaze me, and there's things that you don't know that amaze me. Like cult movies and stuff like that are super popular.
Yeah.
But then you spit out Chia Pet. And like that's super 90s, like early 90s, late 80s. And you know all about Chia Pet.
How do you not know about Chia Pets?
How do you not know about all the movies we talk about? Like Spaceballs and Princess Bride.
Because
It's
grass
the
didn't
same
grow out
thing.
of their heads.
Yeah.
Do you know about the ShamWow?
Yeah.
She knows about infomercials.
ShamWow and the Dirty
She knows
Scott.
about infomercials.
Rebecca! Look at this infomercial! I need ShamWow!
Because I thought basic cable as a kid, and I would watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and
Yeah.
Supermarket Sweep, and then I would watch the commercials in between.
Oh, that's funny. What was the second thing he did after the ShamWow? The slap chop. He did slap chop, and then he got domestic violence or something. He like beat up a chick or something like that. Went to jail.
OxyClean for a while?
No, that was the other cocaine guy. That was Billy something.
Somebody took over for Billy.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Billy
the
Mays'
English guy.
partner.
The English guy took over. He's like, he has had order.
Hi, Billy Mays here.
Yeah. He has had order. What was the name of that show that they did? Reality show.
It was like the next great
It was like
American...
Pitchman?
Pitchman, yeah.
There you go.
The next great American Pitchman? Yeah, Pitchman.
Next great American hero. Greatest. The next great American pitchman.
What? It was funny. Don't look at me all sad.
Oh my God. So, Aaron,
What?
tell us about MoviePass.
Okay, I was hoping to do that out there.
Why? We get that out of the way first, and then we can talk about all the good
That's
stuff.
not what people want to know. They want to
Wanna
know about
know?
Game of Thrones.
What do you want to know? What do you want to talk about?
Good
What do you want to talk about?
It's
What?
Movie Pass.
You're an idiot. Game of Thrones, then. Yeah,
$10
Just
a
gonna
month.
balls deep in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's the fucking. Let's get to it.
Okay, Game of Thrones.
It happened. It was a show.
Rick and Morty now. Let's do that.
It's a cartoon.
All right, so now we'll talk about Movie Pass. Since we got all that shit out of the way.
It's an app. Okay, end of the show.
No. It's way more than that.
Way more.
It's a subscription service.
It's Netflix for the movie theater.
Is it?
Yep. $10 a month.
Do I have to be within 100 yards of my television?
Yeah.
I mean, you need more to watch it.
To use it!
Really like this Jessica Jones here. I think. Oh, no, it's Cake Boss.
It's Cake Boss. Oh, God.
So, yes, you do have to be within 100.
To watch it, not to buy something.
Who buys
also
Netflix?
No!
subscription
Oh, my
service.
God.
You buy a Netflix gift
Analogy
card.
holds true.
I'm done.
Try to
I'm done.
poke holes. Keep going.
I'm done.
Yeah, I know, because you lost.
Yeah, I'm done.
Analogy.
Movie
foolproof.
Pass.
Movie Pass.
Sign up for Movie Pass. They charge you $10 a month. They send you a debit card. When you're 100 yards within a movie theater, you tell them what movie you're going to go see and at what time. They preload the debit card with exact amount that you need. You go to the box office, you select the ticket that you told Movie Pass you'd buy, swipe the debit card, get the pass, go. One ticket every day of the month, $10 a month.
Not every day. Isn't there certain restrictions?
Nope.
2D movies only.
Yep.
No IMAX, no 3D.
That'd be 2D
I have
only.
to ask a question then.
Fuck off.
Tax.
What about tax? They know your
They
zip
factor,
code.
yeah.
They've got it all locked down,
It's
dude.
within 100 yards. That's why they.
No, the within 100 yards thing is to prevent returns.
But like they would know because of you being within 100 yards of the movie theater. And the zip code.
You already have to type in your zip code to select the movie theater. You have to be within 100 yards to actually select that time.
Well, basically, you're sitting in the parking lot of the theater. Select what
Yeah,
you
you
want to
just
see.
go to the movie theater and on your way to the box office, you're just like, cool, I'm going to ask for this ticket. I'm going to ask for this time. Cool, you're done. And then you just go, I'm going to have
And
that
it
ticket
is
at that
one
time.
per person.
One per person, $10 a month for one person.
Charlie, would you stop, please?
So we pay $20 a month.
Yeah, brah.
So I know AMC is already fighting back on this,
But
and
they can't.
They can't.
They're not fighting back. They're just
Okay.
causing a tantrum. And they are going to try to stop e-tickets as much as possible, which is about 6% of AMC's total business. So it's a super small sector. So even if they do stop that, the section of that is Movie Pass is even smaller. But no, the Movie Pass debit card is a MasterCard. So they have an agreement with MasterCard. AMC has an agreement to accept MasterCard. So in order to stop Movie Pass, they would have to stop taking MasterCard
does MoviePass send you a notification when the money is loaded?
automatically.
Like,
As soon as you select the ticket, select the time, and hit send, your money is loaded on your card.
Yeah, bro. You can actually see movies now with us.
Their statement was
For
that
real.
they
I
want
know.
people to not do Movie Pass because then once Movie Pass fails, people are gonna think movie tickets are too expensive.
Thing is, the CEO of MoviePass now is the co-founder of Netflix and the ex-CEO. He moved from Redbox to MoviePass.
So he helped kill the rental industry, and he's going to help hurt the movie theater industry.
Yeah, I think it's unfair. How high ticket prices are. I think
Oh, I
it's
was going to
unfair.
be like, wait.
I think it's unfair.
Oh,
And
it
I'm
is.
glad that he's doing it.
Especially if you go to, I mean, you can't see it on this, but IMAX and 3D.
Yeah.
That's just
Big deal.
ludicrous price.
I don't give two shits about 3D movies.
Yeah.
No, I don't care. They're always terrible. They're always not worth it.
Avatar's the only good one.
Stop saying that. God, that's also why I hate talking about 3D, because then everyone has to throw that in there. Well, don't forget Avatar.
The only movie I'd want
I'm
to see
gonna punch you in the face.
is Star Wars. And I'd pay money to see Star Wars.
Not in 3D, but regular IMAX. Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. And that's the thing, is like one ticket every now and then out of pocket. Sure.
But then when you want to go see little stuff like The Cure for Wellness or
I would go see so many more movies.
Than we already do.
Yeah.
you would go see some of the like this point right now. There's no movie in theater.
Like,
You would
I'm
go
on board, but like I would go see Annabelle.
Yeah, if it
free.
was free.
Whatever.
Emoji movie?
Yeah, it's free.
Bad movie reviews are great.
The Lego movie.
Nope.
Still no Lego.
No. Yeah, go ahead and smirk.
Anyways.
K-drama.
I love you.
What?
Being rude.
What?
I'm waiting. You're the
Are
host.
you done?
About with
Movie Pass?
Are you?
Are you?
You're the host. Host me. Hostess.
Hostess. Sounds good.
Are you Homer Simpson?
Forbidden donut.
Look up to see how much one of those shower pussies is.
Aaron.
What?
Shower pussies. Oh my
It's
god.
a name. What? Pussy. Shower vagina. Are you Googling it or are you coloring a vagina?
Not coloring. I was looking up.
Dark purple, light pink.
Dark purple? What vagina are you looking at?
Alien. Give me some of that Mass Effect
Dark
pussy.
purple.
Just
Do you
imagine.
know what the in thing was?
What happened to your hair? Did you just come back from a storm?
When I was a junior in high school, the big thing for people, the big thing for people to like tell people to Google was blue waffles, and it was disgusting.
Remember blue ketchup? Remember green ketchup?
Ooh.
You don't remember when they changed ketchup colors?
I remember green and purple.
Yeah.
There was purple ketchup.
When?
In the 90s?
Where?
You don't remember that?
No.
Yeah,
I
it was
remember
awesome.
green ketchup.
Really?
Yeah.
It
It was the
grossed me out.
coolest thing when I was a kid. It came out at
Oh.
the perfect time. Like, I was the demographic to, like, Mom, if you don't give me fucking green ketchup, I'm gonna shit in your face.
Shit in your face is that?
Oh. Weird.
There's no way to get it anymore.
Was it a
Yeah, I
Halloween
remember
thing?
that.
No,
purple ketchup?
it was like
The
a...
green ketchup.
It was just a thing for
Oh,
everybody, yeah.
weird. So, yeah, Movie Pass is cool. You should get it. We can see movies finally. Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Finale.
Yeah.
The shit. This is the shit.
Yeah. Vince wasn't impressed.
Really?
Yeah. I know, isn't that surprising?
Why?
I don't know.
That's so weird.
Yeah, he's like, it was good, but it didn't, like, blow me away. I was like, whoa.
Did he miss? Did he fall asleep at the end, or?
Did Bruce walk in front of it?
Dad, look at me.
So remember last...
I'm Mr.
Oh, you
Meeseeks.
didn't remember last week when the dragon died?
I saw the spoilers on that.
Did
so
you?
dragon dies, right? Turns into a White Walker.
So zombie dragon.
Yeah.
Breathes white or blue fire. Melts the wall.
So there's red fire, blue fire, and green fire.
Yeah. Sure. But the green fire is like man-made. Blue fire is a zombie.
And the
made.
wall has been there forever and a goddamn day.
Thousands of years.
And just destroys
Fucking
in like 2
blows
minutes.
it down. It's like coolest thing I've ever seen in a movie or a television show.
Again.
Ever. Fucking zombie dragon like this. Just floating in the air.
they first-
And just like
They're like
destroying the one. And then we see the big ass wall just like crumbling, falling into the
in the
ocean.
very
Like
beginning. It was super cool because they're all just standing at the wall and they look out and then they just see thousands of white walkers just start walking towards them. And they're like, "Where's the fucking dragon? It's coming."
coolest thing I've ever seen. Like I understand that like Lord of the Rings is like, you know, the classic. It's the cool thing. But I'm sorry, George R.R. Martin just fucking trumped Tolkien in a major way. This is the best high fantasy motherfucking shit that you can get ever.
It's pretty sick, Wes. You should try to watch that scene online somewhere. It's pretty.
I
dope.
showed Danny a picture of the dragon flying over Highgarden and like blowing people up, and he was like, "What the fuck?
It's
like that's
so realistic.
awesome. It's ridiculous."
So, any big storylines get resolved?
Yeah, Littlefinger died.
Yes. I fucking screamed.
Okay, so check this
Yeah,
out.
so did I.
Littlefinger has been trying to get the two Stark sisters to go against each other. Okay, so for like a couple episodes now, we're like, oh shit, when are they?
Arya and Sansa?
Yeah, good, nice work. So the whole couple episodes were like, oh man, when are they gonna? They're butting
Because
heads.
they found that, like, Arya found that old letter that Sansa had signed from, like, season what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
1.
So, oh man, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? They're butting heads. Fucking Sansa goes for Arya, and she's like, I'm gonna fucking, call her out in front of all these people. I'm gonna fucking charge her with all these things, right? Murder, treason, all these things. So they call everyone into the main like hall or whatever. The whole town's in there. Arya walks into the center, sits. Sansa and Bran are sitting behind the desk or whatever, and they're like, "You have been charged with 1 count murder and 1 count treason, Lord Baelish." And he's out on the side or whatever,
Yeah,
and
smirking.
He's like, "What? What?" And
He's like, "How do you plead to these
Yeah.
charges, Lord Peter Baelish?"
it was fucking nuts. So they knew he was fucking with them the whole time. Sentenced him to death. Arya slits his throat.
Yeah, and he like begs. He literally gets on his knees and starts begging.
Well, they give him examples because he's like denying it, and they were like, "You're charged with treason and murder of my father, Ned Stark," and he was like, "That never happened."
yeah,
he's
he's
like-
like, "You can't prove it," and then Bran's standing there like,
Oh yeah, so
yeah, I
Bran,
can-
Yeah, the guy
If
who
you've
can
been-
see everything.
everything. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
He's like, "You betrayed him. You put a knife to his throat."
Yeah, and he's looking at him like, "How the fuck did you know that?"
Yeah. Yep.
It's gnarly, dude.
Bran even said what he said to him. He's like, "This is what it feels like to be betrayed."
It was fucking. Oh, and Daenerys and Jon finally have sex.
Oh man, that John butt.
More great
Daenerys, but
incest.
too. But it's
Yeah.
okay incest this time.
Okay.
Literally, the tweets are like, from Game of Thrones, I've learned that brother sister incest makes me uncomfortable, but nephew and aunt incest is okay.
Again, based on some of the spoilers and / memes I've seen, John's real name is said,
Yep,
Yeah.
his name is Aegon Targaryen.
Yep.
which
The 4th.
I was gonna
think it has to be.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
because the
say,
Mad King's name was that.
and then wasn't one of the king's firstborn sons before John named the same thing? Because that was an article I read.
Maybe.
Yeah.
What
Wasn't
was
what?
the
But
what
like-
was the Mad King's father? The one that was in the what was his name? That was in the Night's Watch. He was the Maester.
I'm looking it up here.
What's funny is
Aemon,
like,
I think.
Bran
Oh,
is
yeah,
telling all of this to Sam
Master
right,
Aemon.
as like they're cutting in Jon and Daenerys like having sex, and they're like, oh, but no, he's actually the real king, like to the Iron Throne, the heir to the Iron Throne and everything, and like they're just like having sex as you learn that they're related. Like it's confirmed.
And then-
Like you knew they were related, but it gets confirmed that they're related.
So, also you see the big meeting between everybody in King's Landing, and Cersei wants them to like surrender and shit and like do all this stuff, and Jon's like, "Nope, not doing it."
No, not Daenerys though, just Jon. She wants Jon to not have a side. He
Right.
wants Jon to be neutral.
To neutral, right? So, anyways, so they say no, and then Cersei's like, "Well, f you," and then she goes back and leaves, and then Tyrion's like, "Well, let me go talk to her,
'Cause Jon
and I might die, but I'm gonna go try to talk to her anyway."
'cause
So he
Jon
goes.
bet the knee to Daenerys last episode. He missed last episode's explanation. So
Yeah.
That's why
Okay.
he said no.
And then so he goes there, right? He talks to Jamie for a little bit. And Jamie's like, well, I guess we'll say goodbye because you might die. And so he goes in, and then they're arguing about it. She's saying, you killed our father, blah, blah, blah. He's like, he was a scumbag, whatever. And then all of a sudden, like, he sees her holding her stomach. So he now knows that she's pregnant. Right? Because in the last episode, she whispered to Jamie that I'm pregnant with our son or daughter, whatever.
Okay.
So Tyrion sees that and he's like, "You're pregnant." And then you don't see anything. She just has that look on her face. And then it pans off and it goes back to Daenerys talking to Jon in the little fucking meeting area.
So this was something one of the, like I said, the spoilers and memes said.
Yeah.
Someone said that, wasn't there a prophecy that she would have 3 kids?
She has 3 kids.
She already had 3 kids.
Yeah.
And
And,
they all
this will be a
died.
4th.
Yeah.
So that's my point. That was one of the...
I still think she's lying.
She's lying about
Oh, okay.
it. That's like the thing that
Yeah.
you're supposed to realize.
I think she lied originally to Jaime to get him back on her side. And now she did it with Tyrion. And you don't know if they conspired together to betray Jon and Daenerys. You get a hint of that at the end. Some people are saying it's Tyrion. So, like, they go off to fuck in the little cabin, right? Daenerys and Jon.
Yep.
And Tyrion's standing there looking at that. And he's got this look on his face like I either conspired against them, right?
He loved him.
Or because he was talking to Daenerys about who was going to be the next in line after she's gone, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So some people at work were like, oh, well, maybe Tyrion's just butthurt because he's like, I thought I was going to be the next in line after Daenerys because I was the hand of the king and the advisor and blah, 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 blah. So there's 2 different things going there, but I think it's because he conspired with Cersei because she fed him the same bullshit about being pregnant, and he got family hurt. You know what I mean? Because he just watched most of his family die and all that shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to see the other stuff I've seen, the big things. The Hound and the Mountain fought?
No,
No.
that was a rumor.
Oh.
The Hound saw the Mountain, and he's like, "Oh, you remember me?" And Zombie Mountain's like, "Ugh."
Oh my gosh, we almost thought Jamie was gonna die because
Yeah.
Jamie's like, because she goes back on it. So Jamie's starting to get everybody ready to go to the wall because Cersei agrees. She's like, yeah, okay, we'll send people to the wall. And so then Jamie's like meeting with people like, you go here, we're gonna send all our troops to the wall. And Cersei's like, are you fucking stupid? Like, we're not doing that. And he's like, what do you mean we're not doing that? Like, this is important because they brought the White Walker, and he's like, we need to fight these people or we die, and there won't be a kid for you to have. And she's like, no, we're not doing it. And then so he starts to walk away, and she like sicks the fucking Mountain on him, but like she like gives the nod for the Mountain to kill him, but like he then doesn't die. Like he
Yeah.
walks away.
He pulls out his sword,
Yeah.
and then Jaime just looks at him. He's like, "You're really gonna kill me right now?" And then she just kind of stood there, and he's like, "I don't think you will." And he just walked past the mountain and walked out, and then
Yeah.
you see him like on a horse riding
Yeah, because
fucking
he's
somewhere.
gonna go to the wall and fight the White Walker.
Yeah.
Jon is Aegon the 6th.
Oh, really? Jesus.
There's been 5 other Aegons.
But yeah, so like that's
And
fine.
even maybe the 7th because Rhaegar and his wife before he annulled it had another son named Aegon who Baratheon killed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Because the
basically-
two official Targaryen kids were died during the Robert's Rebellion.
Right. Yeah, because they always talk about how the Baratheon butchered the Targaryen children. Yep.
Basically, Cersei's a lying bitch. And so now, and then like obviously like nobody can go to the wall because the wall's destroyed and the White Walker's just like poured through it. So
Yeah.
So the final season 8's the final season, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a giant war between everyone trying to survive and screw each other over.
Yeah.
Versus
Cersei doesn't get it.
And I
just
read-
needs to fight the walkers, and
Cersei
she's gonna die.
plans on like.
I
just
read
having them
most
all
of
die.
season 8 is going to be an hour and 20-minute episodes.
Yeah, sweet.
Most of it. And then the season finale, the series finale, is going to be damn near almost 2 hours.
Well, it sounds like it's going to have to tie up all of
Well, yeah.
the
I
loose
mean, they
ends.
haven't even touched. I feel like Bran has to have some big epic thing. They've like touched on Bran every now and then.
Oh, he's
Like,
going to
He's
be...
kind of done for now, but like he just has to wrap it up.
Yeah.
He definitely has some more to do.
There's
but
going to
like,
be something else.
His thing was becoming the three-eyed raven.
Yeah.
So he's for the most part done. He just has to have this last hoorah, you know.
We still have 2 direwolves left, right? Nymeria out in the woods somewhere, and we have Ghost.
Where is Ghost? Is
Ghost was at
Run in truth.
Winterfell. Ghost stayed with Winterfell.
in truth. That's right. Ha ha ha. Power.
Yeah, no one cares.
I mean, I can't. Power is really good. Oh my gosh, the first episode of last season. First episode of the last season we watched. was good.
Yeah, so Rick and Morty's cool.
Okay, this is.
So
a TV show and movie podcast, so we must talk about things.
how does the episode end? How does this season finale
With the wall being blown down.
Yeah.
So the final scene is the ghost, the zombie dragon busting through the wall and wrecking
then
shit.
It's something else, man. You don't need to know anything about Game of Thrones and watch that shit, and you'll lose your
Like, it
lose your
fucking
mind.
blows it down, and you see
It's
it
ridiculous.
crumble, and you see
Blue
all the
fire.
White Walkers fucking go through the opening the dragon created and just start walking towards everybody.
So I'm assuming last episode was where one of the dragons died.
Yep.
One of Daenerys' dragons.
Yeah. She just told you that.
I'm
Way to pay
trying
attention,
to
buddy.
piece it together. Which one?
Viserys.
Viserys, yeah.
Viserion.
Viserion.
Viserys was her brother.
Oh, yeah, they have the different name.
Viserion doesn't even have a dragon figure. Nobody loves Viserion.
Weird.
And so, how did the dragon die?
The Night King has these ice spears that or javelin kind of things, and he threw it at the dragon, and it
Pierced it right
just
in the heart.
fucking fucked it up.
And the Night King is the head of the White Walkers.
He was originally a human that was stabbed with dragon glass.
Maybe not.
You don't think so?
Check this out. The child of the forest, when Bran is shown that the children of the forest shoved a piece of glass into the human, he comes back and says, "You created the White Walkers." Okay? She doesn't know what he saw. Okay? So what if the children of the forest create the White Walkers? Okay? Humanity and the children of the forest get along. Okay? Then after years and years and years, the White Walkers come back. Okay? So all of a sudden, you have to create something that can, because the Night King has the powers of the children of the forest, right? Who they can warg and stuff. He can he knows where Bran is and everything when he's a crow or a raven. So what if what she thinks he saw was them creating the White Walkers originally, but what happened was he saw her creating the Night King, who's not a White Walker, but is actually just someone to help the humanity and children of the forest defeat the White Walkers and control them.
But then why did he turn evil?
Why did he turn evil?
Yeah.
Well, because he now has this whole army that he can control because he has the power of the children of the forest.
And he was like, fuck it, I don't want to help humanity.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not a slave to you guys. Like, I'm gonna take my own army and fuck this up. So they built the wall to keep him out. So I don't think the Night King is a White Walker.
You think he's still a human or in Children of the Forest or whatever?
Yeah,
But why does he look all icy?
it's just part of the thing. It's part of the transformation. But his brain is still there.
Interesting.
I also figured out more clarification of whites and White Walkers. Whites are like the little girl from the prologue of episode 1 where
Right.
she's still human but has blue eyes.
Right.
That's a white. A White Walker is the completely dead people who are
Yeah.
like skeletons and stuff.
Right.
And then there's the commander guys.
So the guy that attacked the Lord Commander in the first season was just a white. Because he wasn't
Exactly.
like dead or anything.
Yep.
They thought he was dead, but then he just came back. He wasn't like decayed or anything.
Exactly.
Interesting.
But yeah, because the children of the forest, or the child of the forest, in the three-eyed raven's little thing, she doesn't know what Bran saw. She just showed him something.
Right.
Right. So he comes back and he says, "You created the White Walkers," and she's like, "Yeah, we did." But what he really saw was them creating the Night King to control the White Walkers, and then
Interesting.
he took them over.
That's super interesting.
That would be crazy, right? How else would you explain him having all those powers if he's just a walker? If he's just a White Walker, how is he so special that he can see Bran when he's warging?
Yeah. Because he essentially created all of them. Mm-hmm. He just went around killing shit.
Well, essentially, but what I'm saying is that the White Walkers were already created.
Right. Oh, I got you.
And then he is made by shoving dragon glass into his chest.
Right.
What I'm saying is that's not how they made White Walkers.
Gotcha.
They made the Night King by shoving
Yeah.
dragon glass into him.
Interesting.
Okay. What I'm saying is they already made the White Walker because the story in the book that
Because
I'm
didn't they
reading-
first originally create the White Walkers to defeat the humans?
Yep.
Because they were trying to take over the land.
Yep.
And destroy the
what
land.
happens is they defeat most of the White Walkers. They become friends.
Yeah.
They build the wall to keep the White Walkers out.
Yeah.
Right? Then the White Walkers come back. And they're like, fuck.
Yeah.
And so they create the Night King to be like, hey, keep them all over there. Work with... And then he's like, no, I'm not working with you.
Wow.
Well, he
Wouldn't that be
probably
crazy?
did for a while, and it was like,
Exactly.
Yeah,
know
he
what?
probably said fuck it after a while.
Mm-hmm.
it's like maybe went crazy, maybe saw the heirs of humanity or the children of the forest, and it's like, you know,
So
what?
when Westeros first started, like in the Dawn Age, basically is what they call it, it was just these little children of the forest and giants. The giants lived in the north, and the children of the forest lived in the south. Okay? And then humanity came, like in Essos, where Daenerys is from, there was just basically a melting pot of different civilizations and different people and humans. And then humans sailed over, met with the children of the forest. It didn't go well. So they create the White Walkers to defeat the humans. And that's where things split off.
so what about the giants?
The giants kind of are just there. Like so in the history book that I'm reading about Westeros, it's written by a maester in the universe, and they're like very little is known about the history of the giants because they're so archaic. They didn't keep records. They don't draw and painting in the walls. Like they just kind of lived.
Have you ever, in the show or in the book, have you ever seen or read about a giant?
Yeah, there's giants in the show, and now there's White Walker giants.
Oh, that can't be.
One of
good.
them was a wildling that helped them. And then he died, and that's probably one of them.
Yep.
You just see these giant fucking
Yeah.
zombies just.
Yeah.
Did he die when he took all those arrows
Yeah.
in the Battle of the Bastards?
Yep.
Okay. Damn. That's some shit.
Right.
That would be crazy. I hope there's something cool like that.
Side note.
That that's
cool.
really a thing.
What it does though is it makes the Night King not Bran, because Brandon the Builder is obviously Bran.
Yeah.
I think that's 100%. I just believe that to be. So if that were the case,
Explain why he likes to climb walls so much.
actually no, it could be the case
Yeah.
because Brandon the Builder helped build the wall, right?
Yeah.
That's why he's Brandon the Builder. So they build the wall, keep the whites out. Then all of a sudden they start overrunning. They start coming back. So then they take Bran because remember what I read last night? That the children of the forest spoke in like Brooks babbling and stuff, and it says like the way that Brandon learned to communicate with the children of the forest is a story all to itself. We're not
Wow.
going to go into it here. So he obviously got a good relationship with the children of the forest because he could end up talking to them, which the humans couldn't, and that's what created this uncivility.
The rift.
Yeah. So he learns how to talk to them as a human. They teach him the warging powers, aka Bran, and they're like, dude, he can warg. We can. With the White Walkers are coming back. Let's fuck him. Let's shove the dragon glass in him, and now he's the Night King. So it could still be Brandon.
Wow. That's fucking crazy.
Calling it. Bran is the Night King. Night King isn't a White Walker. He's Brandon,
The Builder.
the Builder.
That's crazy. That would explain what happened to him, because nobody ever says what happened to Brandon the Builder.
But Bran, the guy, the three-eyed raven who can see everything,
Yeah.
is also there's the Night King.
Because he can move through time.
It's all consciousness.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how he fucked Hodor.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's how he saw John's thing. Like he went back in time and literally.
And he
saw it.
stands in the Weirwoods as Rhaegon, and Olenna Stark are getting married and stuff. He's there. Yeah.
New theory.
Anyways, can I say the cool thing that I saw when I watched like behind the scenes Game of Thrones stuff? They were like, cause remember the zombie polar bear? They like had been trying to do that for like 4 seasons apparently, and like everybody was like, no, we don't have the money for a zombie polar bear. Like, no, we don't have the money for a zombie. And they like were adamant about it in this episode. They're like, we need to have a zombie polar bear. I thought that was super funny that they were like pushing for it.
Wait. They didn't have the money after season 1?
Yeah, they got told they didn't have money for a zombie polar bear.
What? There's
Apparently it costs a
HBO
lot of
Scrooge
money.
McDuck style money vault wasn't full enough?
But they also, for like, remember when we talked about the giant, I don't know, that was when the dragon died. So there was like this giant pond that they stand in to like wait for Daenerys to come and rescue them with the dragons. And they fucking took a quarry and made it. Like they poured cement over this quarry and they like put a bunch of snow in it and like rebuilt basically Iceland so that they could do it.
They film on location as much as possible. Like when we first see Beyond the Wall, like they did a lot of on location stuff.
Yeah, they showed like where
That was a lot
in
of Iceland too.
Like it's like beautiful. Like when they drive to Iceland and they're walking through, like, and they have like
King's Landing is actually in Croatia.
That's what's Croatia, yeah.
They have
There's
limited-
High Garden is also another like palace gardens area when you
They send 3
Dorne,
crews to Iceland, Croatia, and New Zealand, and they all film at different times and with different people.
Yep.
It's crazy. Like
The Dorne.
people
Yeah,
that-
so a lot of the characters like of Game of Thrones like never work with each other. Like they're on the same show, but like they're across the world.
That's crazy.
unless they're like in the same.
Unless you're the Hound and Tormund making little trapped in the trailer videos.
What else? Oh,
Rick and Morty is what else?
Well, just one more thing. Like they basically like to make the pond thing and like rebuild the pond area. They literally were like at a place in Iceland and like looked at everything and then rebuilt it exactly how it looked in Iceland, but like there, which was crazy. And they like every time they dumped snow on it for a scene, they would sweep it all off and then re-dump it for the next scene.
Oh, nice.
Like the amount of work that people did in that is ridiculous.
That's the worst thing is like that kind of thing on a smaller scale. Like when people eat during a scene, you'll notice that like they're just like kind of fiddling with the food because if they eat it and then someone messes up, like they have to swap plates out so that they have that whole plate of eggs again. Like so you'll notice that like they put eggs on their fork and then like they'll set it back down and like continue this. Like they never actually put anything in their mouth.
Yeah,
They're
just
justifying it
drinking.
with enough conversation to be like,
like.
And they
I go
just
to take
drink.
a bite,
Blah, blah,
and
blah,
then you say,
yeah, and
you're
you're
about
like,
to say something. Oh,
Drink it. You don't have to put
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
in
yeah.
your
You
cup.
never put anything in
Even
the cup.
when I noticed that when Sansa was at the table with them for the first time, and the little girl, what was her name? The young daughter that got sent away.
Cersei's
daughter?
Marcella.
Marcella, yeah, and she's asking her a bunch of questions, and Sansa's just like,
Yeah, you just fuck with the food.
"I'm just cutting things."
And if you really pay attention and they have to eat, like you have to eat a piece of pizza or something.
Yeah.
You'll see the pizza like with 2 bites and then with 1 bite and then with 3 bites and then a whole piece of pizza and like, yeah. That's the shit that gets hard when you're editing.
yeah.
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
Rest.
I'm regular Rick.
Rest and Rick's laxation.
Yes.
Regular Rick?
They need a
Suck on my
vacation.
Terry flaps.
God. Like I didn't hear that. Didn't hear the first time they played that song. I didn't quite hear it, and it was until the credits till we were listening. But I was like, wait, what?
They play it in the show?
It's in the It's the song that they listen to when they turn on the radio station randomly, right after when they're flying back from the spa.
I missed
Really?
that.
Totally
I
missed that.
yeah.
Well, it's because they're talking, so you're only hearing You're only hearing the beat, but they play the whole song during the credits.
They did a big. We didn't see it because we watched it on Cody, but they did a big stab at Game of Thrones and one of their little cards. Did you watch it on like with commercials and stuff?
No.
So,
Adult Swim.
Yeah, they have little cards that pop up, and it's like an in memoriam and it says Game of Thrones writing 2011 to 2016 or whatever.
Really?
Because this season has been so like weird with like location and stuff. So they like
Speed Ravens.
yeah.
Oh yeah, he missed the speed raven joke.
Euro. I'm so floppy, Dad.
Basically, the pond that everybody was standing at last episode of Game of Thrones before the dragon died.
Dad, I was sleeping the whole time.
Like, realistically, they should have been standing there for, like at least a month.
Thanks.
Yeah. It's like a in memoriam.
Oh, yeah.
Game of Thrones.
And
Weird.
then, because I'm seeing that Justin Rowland had to come out and say
Like
on
they
Twitter,
didn't have anything to do with it yet.
just an FYI, we had nothing to do with the Got Adult Swim bumper from last night.
was
Didn't
probably-
even notice it.
That's probably Seth Green somehow. He's a dick like that.
No, but this was. The episode starts with Rick and Morty, like Morty in school, about to muster up the courage to ask Jessica out.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
Everybody fuck
I
off.
love that.
Everybody, fuck off.
Everybody fuck off.
Look, this is a quick little adventure. 20 minutes tops.
Wes, kiss me. Kiss me, Wes.
6 or what? Like 3 weeks later.
3 weeks later.
Bros.
And they go to a spa. Best spa in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Get eaten by a giant slug thing for 20 minutes and then spit out.
Mm-hmm.
The breakdown they have before they go to the spa is pretty funny too. Like how
Rick's
distraught they are.
Like, Rick's like, I wasn't in control. I had
Yeah.
no idea what I was doing.
Yeah. They're like crying.
A regular Rick.
Detoxified Morty was hilarious.
Yeah.
No conscience.
He's got all the courage
Is
in
this
the world.
organic?
Yeah.
Everything. He becomes a stockbroker.
She's like, I
American Psycho.
can't keep up with you.
Do you want to be alone? You're your own person. I want to stay.
That chick's funny.
She gets locked in the toxic thing too.
Sea cucumber.
Sea cucumber.
Sea cucumber. Sea cucumber. This one also falls in like every other episode. A little bit of serious to it too. When you were driving me here, you talk about that both Ricks say "I love you" to Morty.
Yep.
Both the toxic Rick and the regular.
Regular Rick.
Yep. It's good stuff, man. It's one of my favorite episodes.
It's a good episode. I kind of like the fact they didn't do too much with the family's drama. Like no real Beth or Summer stuff, no Jerry stuff. It was mostly Rick and Morty.
Yep.
Which is, I like the stuff they're doing with the family, but I do like it when it's just Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
And the alien adventure.
I like how the only time we see the mom is when she comes in and she goes, "Where did Snot?"
Oh, what did the
Snot
snot you mean by that? I love that they have like hidden. Oh, when they birth themselves out of each other.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
The groin assessing threat.
Oh
to
yeah,
groin.
assessing threat to groin.
That's my own groin. That's my groin's
Yeah,
whatever.
that's fucking hilarious.
Groin laser.
Yeah. Someone's gonna make that just like the pass the butter robot.
What is my purpose?
To pass butter.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Oh, my God.
Welcome to the club.
No, this season's been really good.
Hasn't let me down.
So we talked about this a little bit ago, but there's not going to be an actual interdimensional cable, but they're still going to do the same kind of.
He called it anthological, meaning that there's going to be a bunch of little shots of something.
I just hope it's them all ad-libbing again. 'Cause
I know. As long as it's improv, I'm okay with it. Like when he kind of laughs when he says it's called Two Brothers or whatever.
It's
like
just two brothers.
that's really funny.
Or
I
ants
love
for
that.
eyes. I've
Yeah.
got ants.
Yeah, I'm Ants in My Eyes Johnson.
It's just two brothers.
It's yeah. Mexican Armada, tomato,
And then
the moon crash.
Ball fondlers.
Ball fondlers, yeah. I love when Jerry just wants to go watch ball fondlers.
Ball founder sounds kind of cool.
I like Answer My Eyes Johnson. He's like, I also can't feel anything, but that's not as catchy as Answer My Eyes Johnson.
Yeah. I hope my prices aren't too low.
He points at a washer. It says it's
Look
a
at this
refrigerator.
fridge.
I know, Bruce. Whoa.
There's a lot of good stuff, man.
And
And the second, they haven't even got to the second one yet. Interdimensional 2. There's so many good ones in that. What's the little thing they show? Like, it's like a how it's made, but it's for
the plumbus?
The plumbus. Yes.
Proper care of your plumbus.
Or, how did I get here?
Yep. It's like, wait,
How did she get there?
She was just right there. How did she get there?
Just go towards the coffee machine. I want it.
I just hope we don't have to wait another year and a half for season 4.
We will.
Oh, what? What, Bruce?
Like me.
No.
Do it, Wes.
The animation was also really smooth during the fight scene with the big alien after the 6 weeks later time card.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so good. Yeah, it was great. It was supposed to look like a vagina, right?
Yeah.
It definitely did. Harley Quinn.
Was it purple, babe? That's how you know.
What?
If it had dark purple in it.
Was it stuck to the bathroom wall?
Bruce's butt stuck to the wall.
Gross.
Next week is It. I'm excited
What?
for It.
Oh, gotcha. I was like,
It's-
what's
The next movie. We haven't seen a movie in so long.
I know. And we still get to talk about Rick and Morty too.
No more
There's
Game of
no
Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
That
pretty
was
soon.
only episode 6.
Dude, we get
Yeah.
to
Of 10.
we get to shift over to Stranger Things soon.
Yeah.
Halloween?
October.
Yeah.
Before
And then
Halloween.
Westworld.
It's Halloween.
No, before Halloween. It's before Halloween. They released it before Halloween.
Yeah, Wes.
It's not like super ahead of Halloween, but it's before Halloween.
Can we get a fact check?
together?
Becca Tech.
It's like October 26th.
Oh god, Dad.
Zorp Fields. Oh man, I'm really tired, but I can show you some enchiladas.
Wasn't the last thing you said like, give me that fucking enchilada?
Yeah.
Bruce.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Oregon Podcast. Next time we'll see you on the show, we'll be talking about the movie It. James doesn't know how to whistle.
My weird whistle. Bruce, I got your legs. I got your legs.
I know your problem is the air's going underneath your tongue and it needs to go over your tongue.
You think so? No idea.
October 27th.
Gonna practice in private.
I was right.
Oh!
I was a day off, Wes.
Got him.
Suck it.
So you weren't right.
Or whatever, Halloween. Who was closer?
Hey, that was from the first trailer. It said Halloween.
Yeah.
And then they released a poster
And then
later.
we moved on from that moment.
Oh, you're gonna fall.
Question the fucking fact checker over here.
Yes, I questioned the person who was coloring.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
Wes is gonna get his ass beat in a minute.
Smackdown.
Will it change colors?
They're purple.
Like a pussy.
Attached to the wall.
Smush my face, dude.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode of Bloodshots. If you like what you see, Facebook like, YouTube subscribe. Support the show, patreon.com/derailed. We'll have It review next time we shoot. That's going to be fun. Bye.